This is Brazilian tropical forest, one of the most famous ecosystems anywhere on the planet. It's been described as the lungs of the world, and adequately so, because this place takes in vast quantities of carbon dioxide and converts it to oxygen, the oxygen that our planet needs to survive. It's so big that it even influences the global temperature, the weather and the climate. But it's under threat. It's been reported that between the years of 2000 and 2010, an area the size of Greece has been lost to deforestation. There are all sorts of reasons for this, but the main ones are illegal logging operations to get cheap timber and clearing areas of forest for agriculture. And it only lasts for a few years, and then the soil becomes so infertile it's virtually useless. It's a disaster. It's a massive problem. So how on earth can Velvet be part of a real solution? They've teamed up with sustainable forestry company Amata, which is backed by the Brazilian government, in a pioneering project to plant millions of native trees in areas that have been cleared by practices like ranching and illegal logging. Millions of trees have already been planted, and the effects in terms of biodiversity are already starting to be felt. These stunning birds are called Pepida del Campo. They're actually relatives of the starling. A bit better looking, some of you might argue. But they're a species that's beginning to flourish here again because the forest is growing all around this camp. But of course, as soon as you get a population of birds like this arrive, then you can get the predators that eat these birds too. And in this way, we start to rebuild entire food chains, and that's what it's all about. In time, there's every chance that species like this will be able to re-establish themselves here, especially thanks to areas that are specified for permanent protection. Species living in the protected areas will be able to spread back to areas that were previously deforested, thanks to the planting of trees and the additional resources they bring in terms of food and shelter. I caught up with Roberto Wack, founder of Amata, to find out more. So Roberto, not all of the trees here on the farm will at some stage be cut down?
No, there will be always at least 50% of the farm under permanent protection. The Brazilian law says that at least 50% must remain as permanent protection area. So even if the law changes, the agreement we have with Velvet stands that we need to keep that area as a permanent protection area.
So even if the Brazilian law changes, because of the agreement with Velvet, 50% of the trees are going to be looked after, particularly these along the waterways, which are very valuable. Protecting the natural environment near waterways and rivers is vital to biodiversity. It means that everything, big and small, can have access to water and has a chance to flourish. The amazing Amazon. It's an ecosystem of unparalleled biodiversity, and one that through their Three Trees promise, Velvet hopes to protect.